This is 757 Saturday Sports Talk. Here are Matt Hatfield and Coach Ed Young.
And we welcome you to 757 Saturday Sports Talk. Back here on the program, we have a special guest with us. He's new head football coach of the Mighty Bookers of Booker T. Washington High School in Norfolk, as they are getting ready for the 2024 campaign. It's pretty much here as we're counting down the days to the kickoff here. And we say hello to Coach Mason Williams here on the show. Coach, how's the summer been for you as you're now the new head football coach? So we also say congratulations to you.
I appreciate that, Mr. Hatfield, Coach John. Right now, it's just really now setting in, coming in at this time of the year, not really having an off season is definitely presenting its challenges, but it's nothing that I can't handle. I'm just excited to be back home, in the great city of Norfolk, Virginia, and just bring my talents back home.
Well, you say back home, so let's get into that first here, and I'm sure Coach Young will follow up with some questions about you from the philosophical standpoint, vision for the program, this year's team, and we'll hit on the names offensively, defensively we should watch out for. But let's dive into you, where you played, because I understand you are a Norfolk native, played in the Eastern District, but you've also coached in the Southeastern District here recently as an assistant. So give the mini biography to the audience, the fans out there that don't know a whole lot about Mason Williams, and fill them in if you can.
All right. So as you all may know, my name is Mason Williams. I'm a product of Norfolk, Virginia, born and raised. I graduated from Norview High School in 2005 at Norview. I was a 3-year varsity starter for the football team. Went on to Virginia State, graduated from Virginia State and landed my first coaching job in Suffolk, Virginia, Whitney Kings Fort Bulldogs. Started some great things there. We were able to, just bring some stability to that program and a championship mindset out there in Suffolk. I was also given the opportunity as an offensive coordinator at Nansemond River in Suffolk, where we made a run at the 5B regional championship. And now I'm home, just bringing home a wealth of knowledge, energy, just in an attempt to revitalize Booker T.
And as we know from many sports, Booker T's had some fine athletes over the years. You think of Bruce Smith, the all-time sack leader in football. We saw Michael Evans dazzle in basketball. They won a state championship in 2006 in hoops, and some other guys here in recent years, the Lafayette Smallwoods, the Dante Truck Caperses, the Jamil Hummer Lawsons have been some standouts as Coach Williams tries to get the Bookers back on the right path here, Ed.
Well, yeah, Mason, again, I echo too. Congrats on your first head coach. And obviously in the city where you made your name as a player. Now you come into your first head job, and you're still young, even though you've had some decent assistant positioning. What maybe were, or still are, three things that you felt, okay, this is what has to happen for me as I take over this job. I've been told it's your job. What were maybe 3 things that you went to take care of?
Initially my mindset was to stop the bleeding. Keep the talent. The kids that are here, that was my initial mindset upon taking the job, was to keep the kids that are here. As we all know, anybody that's been in the Eastern District or spent any time in Norfolk, Virginia, we know that Booker T is a hotbed for talent. So initially that was my main thought, stop the bleeding. Bring a new era, a new mindset to the program, and just establishing a rapport with the kids and community members.
Ed?
Now what about staff? Do you have your full staff in place?
Yes, sir. I was fortunate to bring 6 coaches on board with me, and we're just going to attack each day. We're not looking for sympathy or any excuses. We as the staff, we understand the assignment, and that's the beauty in it all. You just come to work every day. We'll get 1% better. We'll fill out the roster and things once school is open. I have 5 coaches working with me in the building, so myself included will be 6. So we'll have individuals in the building that will help us, recruit the hallways and things of that nature. So the assignment is understood. It's talent here now. It's just a matter of just harvesting and coaching the talent up.
I know it's probably difficult for you to give us a depth chart or in-depth breakdown of every unit on your squad, but be honest, there's probably got to be a couple of names that have either stuck out for you the first few days of practice here, watching some film on Huddle, just seeing them as you took this job and have begun this process that we should watch out for. Any names sticking out that maybe are going to be some Bookers making some plays on Friday nights this year that are going to turn some heads in the Eastern District and beyond? How about any as possible standouts for you?
Oh yeah, yes sir. We have a couple, man. We have a solid group of seniors, man. Christian Bratton, Johnny Inez, Amani Samuels. We have DJ Curtis. We have a Kelvin Battle. He's a young guy. He's gonna burst onto the scene this year. So those are just to name a few guys that we have who have displayed, just good flashes since we've been out here in camp.
And of those names, where do you think you might have the chance to be strongest at as far as on the field? Is there a specific
definitely skill, man. We're skill heavy. We got guys who can run, guys who can jump. We got bigger skill. Definitely on the outside, man. We should be able to compete on the outside as the season progresses and the kids become familiar with the defensive and offensive schemes. We're going to simplify some things to just get them playing fast. Again, no excuse, but as coaches, you learn how to adapt. And right now, time is not our friend. So the best thing we can do right now is to simplify the game into simplest forms and just put our athletes in position to be successful.
He's a former player at Norview High School in Norfolk, coached at Kings Fork and Nansemond River in Suffolk as an assistant. Now the new head football coach of the Bookers, Booker T. Washington High School in Norfolk. Mason Williams, our guest here on 757 Saturday Sports Talk on CoVA Sports TV. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, wherever you may be tuning in, whether it be Virginia Preps, Facebook, IG, Twitter, X, Apple, Spotify. Here our guest as the Bookers get ready to kick it off August 29th at Petersburg, Ed.
Yeah, Mason, and listening to you, and again, and knowing that you played at Norview, coached at Kings Fork and Nansemond River, two very good programs in the Southeastern District. Now you're getting your first opportunity to coach in the Eastern District, which we know is loaded with talent. Maury is a state championship level team without question. Lake Taylor's already proven that same thing. How do you look at both of those districts? Is there when you compare them in terms of strength, weakness, similarities? Eastern District, Southeastern District.
Well, to me, to be honest, it's no place like home. So, the Eastern District, to me, man, it just embodies, the city of Norfolk. Kids are playing, for an opportunity to, change their lives for the better. A lot of kids in the city of Norfolk, don't have an outside of athletics. So the athletics are extremely competitive. So if I had to pick, I'm a Norfolk guy, man. I got to roll with the Eastern District, Coach John.
I get you on that. I would expect that, being that that's where you're from and where you played. I'm sure now when you put in your philosophy together, and I know a lot of guys don't want to talk about. We talk with guys that have wing T, spread, triple option, power I. What is Mason Williams? I know, and a lot of it has to do with what's in front of you. Like in basketball, I could say, we're going to run up and down, we're going to press all over the place, and then you realize you don't have Kentucky Derby horses, you got Clydesdales, and that ain't going to work.
Right.
What do you like to do in general, both sides of the ball?
Spread guy. Not to give up too much, but I like to put my athletes in space. I like to open the field up. Give my guys the opportunity for one-on-ones. So, I think we'll be fine up front. We'll get better as the season progresses. Defensively, like I said, we're just going to simplify it on defense so our kids can play fast. And I just think you'll see us growing as the year goes.
3 minutes in with Mason Williams, our guest here, the Booker T. Booker's new head football coach. It's CoVA Sports TV, 757 Saturday Sports Talk. Go ahead, Ed.
No, I was going to follow up on this one. Was you had mentioned earlier about you feel real good about skill, the so-called skilled players, and everybody knows that line is important. Yeah. Now, once school starts, you're talking about more people coming out. How do you assess your line right now? Is it you've got to work some magic with putting some people there, or just young talent?
I have a solid 5. And I just leave it there. I have a solid 5, young, but we'll coach them up and they'll be ready.
And correct me if I'm wrong, you're a former lineman yourself, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you double at Norview, O-line, D-line, or you were just a one-way guy?
Yes, sir. I was all region, offensive line and defensive line in my team at Norview.
All right, but be honest, though. Would you enjoy more blocking dudes or knocking dudes over to try to get the quarterback or running back?
I just think you just got to have a nastiness to you to play offensive line. Even getting the kids to buy into playing O-line is hard. Everybody wants to play defense. Everybody wants to get to the quarterback. But again, that's just the buy-in and the culture we're trying to establish here at Booker T. We may have to go back to the old days of Iron Man football. Like I tell the kids in my day, I didn't come off the field. Didn't want to come off the field. So again, that's just the mindset. We're a Division III school. We won't have the numbers that some of these, Division V, Division VI schools. So my thing to the kids is just expressing to them, getting them in shape, mentally and physically. And I just think, like I said before, I just think as the year progresses, we'll see more buy-in. I think we'll be right where we need to be when we need to be there.
Lastly, for me, and I know Ed will follow up here as we close out with you. We thank you for making the time for us. I know you're very, very busy this time of year as you're getting ready for those scrimmages and then game one coming up at the end of the month against Petersburg Crimson Wave. What do you really want to establish in year one and early on in building this program? You come from Kings Fork with Coach Joe Friend over there. You guys had a lot of success, and you were integral in that happening. I know he's excited for you and pumped that you get this first opportunity as a head coach, though he does see you depart his program. But, some coaches come in with, we're going to win this many games. We got to get this. Right. What do you want to do in terms of establishment as you when it's all said and done, turning a page from 2024 to 2025? People say, all right, this is what Booker T's about, their identity, if you will.
I just want my kids to know, the community to know that I love them. One of the things I picked up on very early when I walked in here, it just wasn't a good aura, a good vibe. I want to create a safe haven for our kids, create an opportunity for them, to be a part of something great, to revitalize Booker T, because we all know, man, Booker T's in the heart of Norfolk, Virginia. So my biggest thing would just be family, just creating a family atmosphere that our kids love to come to, love to work, and just love to get better each day.
Booker's trying to make some noise this year in the Eastern District, along with other schools from the city of Norfolk, like Mason Williams' alma mater, Norview, Lake Taylor, Granby, who made a big splash a season ago, and, of course, reigning state champion Maury. Our final couple minutes here with the new head man of the Bookers, Mason Williams, here on 757 Saturday Sports Talk on CoVA Sports TV. First game of the year, Bookers and Petersburg, a good old Eastern region, Central region / rivalry from multiple sports in years past, Ed.
Well, like I said, Norfolk, I had the opportunity years and years ago to coach at Norview High School, basketball side of it, at Mason's alma mater, before Mason. And
you didn't coach him on the hard way. That was before him.
No, I didn't have him. I would love to have him on a basketball court. I got a feeling he would use his 5 fouls up pretty good.
6 fouls.
He's got more game than that. Don't call him a foul fest guy.
I'm not saying we put him in just a foul. I'm just saying he wouldn't waste his 5 allotted fouls.
Okay. I wouldn't make them count.
There you go.
Did you play hoops in high school or just football?
No, I played football and I wrestled.
And you're a wrestler. Okay. Yeah. Well, now we can get some WWE action.
Right.
Are you a pro wrestling fan?
Yeah, I actually do like WWE.
There we go.
Every Monday and Friday.
There we go, man. He's in. And we got to take Mason. Matt and I went to a Virginia Championship Wrestling minor league.
He dragged me to this 2 weeks ago, Coach.
we got one of these days take you with us.
Okay.
And we sit second row, and we heckle those wrestlers like crazy.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. That'd be fun. That's the entertainment.
That's exactly what is entertainment.
Right.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing some entertaining Friday nights over there at Booker T. Washington High School, a place where Bruce Smith once sacked quarterbacks and restored the tradition and pride of there, the Bookers. Coach Mason Williams, thank you so much. All the best to you, and we'll be watching. Keep in touch.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You bet. That's Mason Williams with us here.
All right, now. Appreciate it.
Man of the Mighty Bookers of BTW, our guest right here on CoVA Sports TV. We'll take a timeout. We've got more 757 Saturday Sports Talk coming your way. Don't go anywhere. Right here on CoVA Sports TV after we hear from some of the sponsors that make it possible.